Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving into something that's so simple it can literally take less than a minute, but it's powerful enough to completely shift the vibe of your entire day. We are talking about morning gratitude. And wow, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? I mean, think about that little window of time right when you wake up, before your phone starts buzzing, before the emails and the to-do list come flooding in. That quiet space, it's gold. So the big question is, how do you actually use that little window to your advantage? How do you set yourself up for a day with a bit more calm, a little more focus, and a lot more resilience? Well, the answer is way simpler than you might think.
At its heart, morning gratitude is just this, a pause, an intentional one. It's not about forcing yourself to be happy or anything like that. It's just about creating this tiny protective buffer between you and the chaos of the day, just by pointing your brain towards something you appreciate.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds a little fluffy, but stick with me because this isn't just about feelings. There is some seriously cool science behind what's actually happening in your brain when you do this.
So here's the deal. Your brain is kind of looking for instructions when you first wake up. And if you don't give it any, its default setting is often to go into reactive mode. Scanning for problems, stressing about the day ahead. A gratitude practice is like giving your brain a new set of instructions. Hey, let's orient toward stability and calm first. It gives you a much steadier launch pad for your day.
And get this, it's not just a state of mind. It's literally changing your brain's hardware. Brain scans show that when you practice gratitude, you're lighting up your medial prefrontal cortex. That's a key spot for learning and making good decisions. You're also firing up your brain's reward system, which over time actually strengthens those positive neural pathways. You're building a gratitude muscle.
And all that rewiring, it leads to some seriously amazing real-world benefits. We're talking about a measurable drop in your stress hormone, cortisol. That leads to better emotional balance, sharper focus, and over the long haul, this stuff even supports better sleep and heart health. It's a tiny investment for a massive payoff.
All right, so we've covered the why. You're probably thinking, okay, I'm sold, but how do I actually do this? Don't worry, it's super easy. Let's walk through a really simple 5-step framework you can try literally tomorrow morning. See? It's beautifully simple. First, you just find a regular spot that creates a little mental cue. Then, take 3 slow, deep breaths to kind of settle your nervous system. Then, the core of it. Think of 3 specific things you're grateful for. Then, and this is important, try to actually feel that appreciation in your body. And finally, just set a simple intention for the day. That's it. And I cannot stress this next part enough. You have got to get specific. Saying I'm grateful for my family is nice, but it's kind of vague, right? Your brain doesn't really know what to do with that. But saying I'm grateful for that funny text my sister sent me last night that made me laugh, now that's a real tangible memory your brain can latch onto. It makes all the difference. But hey, we're all different. Maybe sitting still and reflecting just isn't your vibe, and that is totally okay. The best practice is always going to be the one you'll actually stick with. So let's explore a few different ways you can make this your own. For example, if you're a writer or you just like structure, a journal is a classic for a reason. If you're more of a verbal processor, just say what you're grateful for out loud. It can feel really powerful. And for those of you who get antsy sitting still, why not pair your gratitude thoughts with some gentle morning stretches? And the list goes on. You can snap a photo every morning of something that makes you smile. Or hey, what about just sending a quick text to someone to tell them you appreciate them? You can even just link it to your breath. Inhale gratitude, exhale stress. The key is just to find what feels right for you. Okay, real talk. Starting a new habit is one thing. Making it stick is a whole other ballgame. So let's get ahead of this and tackle some of the most common things that trip people up so you're ready for them. And this is the big one, isn't it? I just don't have time. The moment that alarm goes off, it feels like you're already behind schedule, and the idea of adding one more thing to the list feels impossible. So what's the solution? The magic number isn't 10 minutes. It's not even 5. It's just 60. 60 seconds. That's it. A 1-minute practice that you do every single day is so much more powerful than a 10-minute session you only manage once a week. Just one focused minute, you can do that. Here's another brilliant little trick for you. It's called habit stacking. The idea is you don't have to find new time in your schedule. You just piggyback this new habit onto something you already do automatically. So, while your coffee's brewing, that's your gratitude moment. While you're brushing your teeth, same deal. It's seamless. All right, let's do a quick lightning round for other common roadblocks. Can't think of anything? Use categories: nature, home, people. Feeling like you're faking it? Start with something super neutral, like being grateful for a warm shower. The authenticity will come. And if you just plain forget, put a journal right by your bed or set an alarm on your phone. Make it obvious. Look, at the end of the day, this isn't about perfection. It's not another thing to feel guilty about if you miss a day. The real goal here is to build a mental fitness habit. Think of it like a workout for your brain that over time just makes you more steady, more present, and way more adaptable to whatever life throws at you.
So I'm going to leave you with a challenge, or really just a simple question. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be profound. What's one tiny, simple thing you can choose to appreciate the second you wake up tomorrow?